Tina are my brand new coaches that have started in their coach training today. So, yeah, so I'll pass it to you, Danny, for you to tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, my name is Danny. I live in New Jersey right now in Flemington, and I graduated from Hawaii Pacific University in 2012. So I lived in Hawaii for about like 4 years, and then I moved to Portland, Oregon, and I was only there for like 6 months or so. Found out that I was pregnant, so we moved back to New Jersey, where my boyfriend's family is from, and I had a baby, and she's 8 months old now, and we also have a dog, and basically that's what I do all day. So,
Awesome.
so that's it pretty much, and I wanted to like lose obviously pregnancy weight and like weight that I had already kind of wanted to lose like beforehand too. So I'm really happy that Claire talked to me. You know, like, she just kind of messaged me one day to kind of congratulate me on having a baby and stuff. She used to be my sister's friend, like back, I don't know, what, middle school, Claire? I can't remember.
Oh, God, over 10 years ago.
Like, a long time ago.
Yeah.
So, so she just kind of reached out to me and we started chatting, and I'm really happy that she like brought me to like 21 Day Fix and stuff, because it was seriously like exactly what I needed. So and I guess that's my intro. So
Perfect.
take it away, someone else.
Yeah. I'll pass it over to Jessica.
All right. Well, hello. I'm Jessica Lumpkin, and I live in Denver, Colorado, but I use the term live very loosely. I'm in sales, so I travel a lot. So this call is coming to you from great Idaho Falls, Idaho, where I am right now. But I've been in Denver just over a year. Moved from Pittsburgh, and before Pittsburgh, lived in Maryland, where I met Claire. Goodness, I know you've said this probably like she is the fiance of one of my old high school friends, and all of her inspirational posts I'd see on Facebook, and I kind of just sought her out just because, you know, she and I hadn't talked in years and probably only met once or twice, but
Yeah.
were the ones like I looked forward to the most, even for friends I've known for years and college friends, because she just seems so, I don't know, so happy. So that was always, I'm like, what is she doing that she's so happy? So that was definitely one of my motivations to kind of get into 21 Day Fix. And for me, it's I really like the regimen of it. Traveling so much is really difficult, you know, and I have to, you know, every day is its own test of what's the word, of temptation. So having this kind of regimen and this support group has really been really cool and really interesting, and kind of coaching just felt like the next level of accountability and the next level, you know, even for myself. So that's kind of what got me going.
Well, welcome. Last one up.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm Christina. I currently live in LA, so I live near the beach, which is awesome. And I do marketing for a credit union. But I met Claire through our mutual friend Carly, who I went to high school with. So she's one of my good friends. And we stayed in touch after I moved out to LA. And I saw her post something saying that she lost this weight. And I knew of Beachbody, so I messaged her and was like, hey, are you doing Beachbody? And she was like, yeah, I am. You should check it out. It's really cool. So I decided to get signed up and went through the program. And it's been awesome having a nice routine too, just because I work all the time and I tried trainers and stuff forever. But everybody that I've seen do the program, like Jessica said too, like Claire is always so happy and all the posts are always so nice, and everybody in the groups it's like so amazing that everybody has such positive energy even when you have such like shitty days at work or shitty things that happen throughout. So I like the consistency of it in the program, and everybody here has been awesome so far. So I'm excited to start coaching.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the team. It's nice to have some new faces. And I'm going to go ahead and mute you guys for now, just so we don't get any background noise, if that's cool. My name's Danielle, obviously, and Claire and Brittany are my coaches, and they started out with me, I don't know how many months ago, but this is something new for me. So we kind of but started our own team outside of my coach's team. So it's a really exciting time to be in Glow Diggers and start coaching, and it's just a whole new path for us. And Claire's starting to develop her own team too, which is really cool to see you guys jump on board. So I hope you're excited, and I hope that you just come with, ready to learn. I just kind of wanted to go through a few couple quick things, some house items. If you don't know about Super Saturday this weekend, I don't know if Claire's talked to you guys at all about it, but for a reminder for all of us, Super Saturday is a quarterly event that Beachbody runs all across the nation, so there should be one around you. And basically, it's other coaches getting together, and they usually do a workout. They share all the new information being released. So the new Shakeology flavor is going to get released in February, so there'll be information on that. And it's just like really, they usually have some motivational speakers. It's just a nice way to remind you that we do a lot online, but this is actually real business with real people. And I would highly suggest, if you are serious about coaching, to get yourself to an event in your area, and Claire can help you guys find one around you. I know both Claire and Brittany went last quarter together in Maryland, and I think it was really helpful for them, and just kind of focusing in on like what we're doing and wow, we're actually making a difference. And this is a nationwide thing. Because sometimes we sit on these calls and you're like, is this real? So if you can get to the live event, I know it's kind of soon after you guys have started coaching, but I would highly recommend it. I've been to a bunch of different events, and every single time I come back with like new nuggets of ideas and information, and just more motivated to keep with it. Another thing is there's something called the Surge that the CEO of Beachbody, Carl, does, I think, twice or 3 times a year. And it's actually going on right now. But there'll be a recording that will be emailed to you, probably from Beachbody, and we'll post it in the team page. And it's kind of going to give you all the new nuggets for the year, kind of like where Beachbody is going and what we're doing as a whole collective team. So check out for that. Something that we'll talk about in the training that is really super exciting is every year Beachbody does a Success Club trip. And again, this is a lot of information for you guys. So know that you can go back to this recording, because I'm recording this call, and listen to it again. But all you have to do is help 3 people a month for the whole year, and you get a free vacation in 2017. It's pretty simple. And even if you don't hit that goal every single month, it's like even if you paid $200 for 2 people to go on a trip for 5 days, it's like, why wouldn't you go? And I'm actually going this year on a cruise in March. So it's completely doable. I just wanted to kind of put that in your head, and we'll talk more about it in the training as well. So it's something to look forward to and work for, because it'd be awesome to all go together in 2017. And then just know, like, I'm sure you guys are getting overwhelmed with stuff, but don't get paralyzed to the point where you don't do anything daily, because you're going to be learning a lot of stuff, and don't be afraid to try things. That would be my biggest thing. Don't be afraid to take action and fail forward, because Brittany, Claire, and I have all failed plenty of times, and that's just kind of part of the journey. So I just kind of wanted to throw that in there. But the topic that I really wanted to touch on tonight was kind of vision. And, starting a new year, and, this new team transition, and kind of figuring out where we're going as a team is really important. And I like to stay on the same page with all of you guys, and kind of just share where I would like to go with our team, and hopefully, share a little bit as to like what your vision is, and hone in onto where you want to go with this business. It's, like I said, it's easy sometimes to get caught up in, oh my God, I gotta do this and this and this and this and this, but you have to kind of have this tunnel vision as to where you're going and why you want to go there. So I kind of I had a few questions just to kind of get you guys thinking. So if you have a notepad and want to write down your thoughts or just think about them, I thought it might be something nice to kind of change it up and start the new year fresh. And just kind of really think about, where you want to go and not being afraid to dream big. So, we asked in the training today, why are you a coach, and why are you still here, Claire and Brittany, and why are you beginning this coaching journey? A lot of times, Noelle and I discussed in the training that people say they just want to help others. And while that is awesome part of this opportunity, you have to have a strong emotional connection as to where you want to go with this. For me, I have a lot of financial debt from college, and it's just this weight on my shoulder that I didn't know how I was going to release. And Beachbody has kind of become this tool where I can match my passion and my purpose together and create financial freedom. Like, it's a win-win-win all across the board. So just kind of think about, why are you coaching? Why are you still here? Why are you beginning? Why are you going to be willing to reach out to that one person that you've been scared to maybe approach, but you know that it's kind of worth it in the end? I mean, think about it, maybe why you approached your coach, or maybe why your coach approached you, and hold on to those thoughts. So that was my first question. The second question is, what would your life look like if you made an extra $1,000 a month with this business? What would you do differently? How would it change the way you do things daily, or maybe what you give to others, or, where you would travel? It could be anything, all of the above, what you would support for your family. But I just kind of like to throw that number out there because it's around the bend if you're willing to work for it. And I say that wholeheartedly, which is pretty cool. So I'll give you a sec. The third question is, since we just talked about this, how would you feel if you went on vacation for free in 2017? What would that do for you and somebody else, a friend, a spouse, a family member? Like, how would that make you feel to bring someone with you that can see inside to what you're doing? Because a lot of times we get caught up in coaching and it's all about us, especially if we have a spouse or a family member we live with. And it's hard for them to understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. So I always like to ask that question because it's an easy way for you to say, this is what I'm working towards. I need you to support me in doing so. And then the last question I had was, how would you feel if you helped 2 other people create freedom in their life? So that could be helping them lose the pesky 20 pounds that they could never work off. That could be helping them build freedom for their family financially. That could be allowing them to just feel more confident and beautiful in themselves. What would that feel like for you? So all of these things that we're talking about have an emotional attachment, right? They get deep and down inside to our thoughts and where we are and where we want to be. And that's super important for you to be in touch with that as we kind of move into 2016, because it's easy to get caught up in, I'm not here and I'm not there and all these other coaches are doing this and that. And you have to just remember your emotional attachment to what you're doing and why you're doing it, and not keep that tunnel vision on, is kind of what I was going towards. So something that I was going to say for all of us, if you're not friends with me, friend me. I think I'm friends. I think I have friended you guys, but if not, just go friend me. This weekend, I shared a vision board publicly of what I want to achieve this year. And it was really simple and short, but I think it's important to kind of set out your goals, not just with coaching, just in life in general, and publicly state, this is what I'm doing and this is why I want to do it. And, I want you to support me, kind of. It's a great way if you haven't posted about Beachbody yet, or maybe you're not quite sure how to share what you're doing as a coach, to do so. And so you can go to my page and check out what I did. And it doesn't have to be glamorous or pretty, but just kind of sharing publicly what you want to do this year and what you want to do this year and where you want to go. Because I think all of you connected to your coach because they publicly shared what they were doing and why they were doing it. So that's kind of the biggest thing as a coach. You have to consistently share what you're doing. You have to consistently share your story, your struggles, your successes, and just keeping that vision alive and keeping that emotion in tune with where you want to go and why you want to go there. So that's kind of, I know it's kind of short and sweet, but I wanted you guys to take some time and just think about, as you move through these things and you maybe struggle through things that you don't understand or feels like a lot of information, obviously speaking to a lot of the new coaches, but also to Claire and Brittany, you guys have been here for a while, remembering to try new things and reinvent yourself and find your voice again and know that you're worthy of everything that you want to achieve. Because, a lot of people are setting resolutions this year and you guys are a step ahead because you already are doing something like awesome for yourself. And it's time to give that back to others. It's time to remember what that feels like and why you want to give it to others, because that's what coaching is all about. So I wanted to share a little bit about my vision and where I see our team going, just to kind of give you guys this is where we're at. So if you didn't know by now, our team is only a few months old, but we are in the top 2% of the company, which is pretty crazy to say out loud because I feel like I'm still unsure of so many things and I need to work on things and nowhere near where I want to be as a leader. But, rankings wise, I just want you to know that you're a part of something special and that it's our duty to continue to share that. So I want you to be comfortable with using the team page to celebrate the things that you feel you're doing well, or shout out a teammate and say, oh my gosh, did you just see Claire's transformation? She looks awesome. Because I could post in it all day by myself, but that really wouldn't be fun. So I just want to kind of encourage that recognition and celebration all year long. That was kind of one of my first visions, and just having a good team culture the same way you do in your accountability groups in our team page, because we know how the world can be. It can be rough and really beat you down. Secondly, I want to see our team at an event together. And Beachbody has many of those, but you'll learn along the way and through your training, but it would be awesome to see everybody in person. And I think that's the one reason I stress Super Saturday so much, because it's just an awesome way to meet other people and get new perspectives and just remember why you're doing this. There's business goals and numbers and all that stuff, but it really matters to me about sharing, okay, if I'm being successful at this, how can I help you be successful at this? Because I can't be successful unless I help all of you get to where you want to be. And it goes the same way for your coach to you and you to your coaches. So just know that we're all here as resources for you, and it's completely open. And just know that it's all part of the journey, and you're going to have ups and downs, and there's going to be a big roller coaster ride, but you're doing something positive for yourself and who you want to be and where you want to go. So that's kind of my little tidbit on vision. I'm going to unmute you guys if you want to add anything else in. I know that there's some exciting things we're going to do for team calls in the next couple of months. But I think for new coaches, just plug into your team training is the big thing. Brittany or Claire, did you guys want to kind of share a little bit about, your experience in the past year and where you want to go for this year?
Yeah, I can share. Sorry, I'm cannot sit for the life of me. I need to get rid of this chair. Well, I'll just say that all my coaches know my story. You guys see me talk about how crazy just my general life and schedule is right now, and that just my outlet, and that's kind of what it started off. But I when Daniel told me that I could coach and that I could pay for my Shakeology, I was like, literally, it was like white flag, like, yes, I'll do it. Like, I need to pay for the Shakeology. Like, that was my number one reason. Like, I can't afford Shakeology. So I started from the get-go. And so I remember being in your shoes. I remember starting training. I remember being overwhelmed. And I remember being thrown in all these groups and didn't know what I was doing. But it's okay. Like, you fumble and you crawl before you walk. And, now that it's been 6 months, like, I started off wanting to kind of, my, I guess, general vision was to be more financially free. I mean, I wanted to be fit. I wanted to help others. I had all these kind of big lofty dreams in my head, but, I was able to end the year, a lot more stronger physically, but, financially too than I thought I could. And, now that I'm in the process starting to grow my team with you guys, I just made me kind of think a lot about my vision board. I talked to you guys a little bit about that yesterday. And I was creating mine last night and this morning and focusing on what my visions and my goals are. And I told Richard on January 1st that I was like, you and I will be going on a cruise next year. Mm-hmm. And like, that is my number one goal. Like, I want to be able to, in a way, kind of like reward him. Like, our lives flipped when he graduated school and I kind of went full in, I'm coaching, I'm in school, I'm working, I'm interning, like I'm nowhere near him clearly. So, to be able to work hard and make the sacrifices, even if that means not spending as much time with him as I would like, that means that we get to go on that trip and I get to build my team with you guys and I get to help more people and I get to have more financial freedom. Like, that is my number one priority for sure. And something you guys will learn about too is we'll talk about Summit. National Summit is a national conference every year, which happens to fall on the weekend of our wedding. So I can't go. But, that's a fabulous opportunity. I believe it's going to be in Tennessee again this year.
Nashville, yeah. Super fun.
Yeah, Danielle went last year. And she went, and I'd only been in the business for like 2 weeks, and it was just like incredible watching, a bunch like she and Noelle and Sam and members of our team be there and witness like literally hundreds of thousands of people there.
Yeah, I think there was like 25,000 last year, and I think it's there. I don't know. It was like insane. You get to do workouts with Autumn and Shalene, like live. Like, I have a picture of Shalene Johnson. It makes, like I said, the events, the more you can get to, it makes everything more real, because you guys will start to tap into kind of like other top coaches that you kind of relate to. And I always say, if you can't find something, go on YouTube and search Beachbody Coach and you'll find someone that speaks to you. And then you kind of get to see them in person and they feel like a celebrity, but they're just like you. So it's kind of this weird, cool, awesome community that is so open to sharing everything. So it made it more real for me, for sure. Brittany, you want to speak to your 2015 and 2016?
I'm sure. So I started at the same time Claire did back in July, right?
Uh-huh.
And we were in the same challenge group. And I started the same way. I really mostly just wanted to get into it to help pay for my Shakeology as well. And the past couple months, well, really just December, I've pretty much been slacking because I've been super busy with the end of the semester and holidays and everything. But this year I just started up again today with 21 Day Fix, and I really want to get back into it and jump in, get my posts back on track. I signed up for a Spartan race in July, so I'm going to use that as a motivation. So, big plans for 2015. Hopefully, they'll all pan out well. But
Awesome.
That's a really good point.
I want to go to Nashville. Sorry.
Yeah.
I want to go to Nashville.
Are you on the wait list?
Yeah.
For the other three of you, Claire will have to send you the wait list form, because at least you can get on there and then see how things pan out, because they always release people. But the other thing that Brittany, you brought up a good point, is that The one piece of advice I will tell you is if you're getting bored with your workout or feeling like you're slacking off in your fitness, that totally intertwines with your business. So I always say, like, if you just aren't feeling it, like, don't be afraid to switch it up the same way you would in your business. You guys can just cancel that out. It's okay. Because it really does. Like, it's one of the vital behaviors as a coach, be proof the products work. So if you hate your fitness routine, don't be afraid to go all out in a different program. Obviously, Beachbody has so many. So it's also nice as a coach to try out different ones so that when you are talking to people, you can say you kind of relate to that because you've tried it out, which is why I love On Demand, and you can try everything. But that's kind of what I wanted to cover. And like I said, just take action and don't be afraid to dream big. And the training you will go through so much, and don't be afraid to ask questions in there as well. Did you guys have any questions for us? We have a couple more minutes that we'd be happy to chat about.
Or even if you want to share any of your visions. I know yesterday we talked a lot about goals and first month goals, but we're kind of speaking to a bigger picture here now. So yeah, if you have any visions or questions you want to share.
I think so far, just like my vision is just kind of like trying to get into the swing of things first. I feel like I can't really see past the like this week. Trying to figure it all out. So that's where I'm at.
No, and you know what? That's the place that you're supposed to be at. We're not, asking you guys to see past any further, but you'll grow, and you'll, like I tell you guys, just take every day one day at a time. And we're always here, both me and Glow Diggers and your Girl Boss group. I like to think that we're an awesome group of girls, so we're always here.
Was Jessica gonna say something?
Oh yeah, no. Well, I'm with Danny for sure. Goal one is to manage all the informations I have. I've never printed posts from Facebook. I actually printed posts on the Facebook groups. I was like, I'm so confused, so I could take notes on them. But that's just me. But then goal two certainly being, to pay for the Shakeology. I think that's just a nice, tangible goal, and everything. I think that's really what drives me. What interests me about 21 Day Fix is just, and this whole Beachbody, is how tangible it is. Mm-hmm. The Super Saturday I had no idea about, and I'm really excited and hoping that there's one in Denver, because one, I'll actually be in Denver, and two, just to see and talk to more people that do it is great. And then long term, of course, the financial benefit for me, not 2016, but early 2017, I'm hoping to be at the point to be able to buy a house. And certainly that extra money would go a long, huge way to that goal. So that's, something for me. I work hard with my 9-to-5 job, but just to have that little bit of extra to kind of clean up bills or put a little extra in the savings and the down payment fund, that would be really big.
I always like to share, I've been doing this for 16 months now, and I just came in this as a hobby too. It's funny that I sit here leading a team call because I just wanted to pay for my Shakeology too. I had no idea this would grow into helping 300 people in a year type of thing. So I just want you guys to know that as you continue to progress through this, your vision and your goals will kind of grow with how you feel more comfortable as a coach. So it's kind of all right, I can handle paying for my Shakeology. Okay, what's the next bar? But don't be afraid to go to the next bar, because sometimes it's easy to be well, I paid for my Shakeology and I'm done for the month type of thing. That's the biggest thing for me. Go ahead, Brittany. Did you have something? Oh.
Sorry.
It's okay.
The dogs again.
No worries. But I just figured I'd share that because it's easy to see our chapter 10 and you're I'm at chapter 1 and nowhere near that. So just don't forget that I just came in as a hobby fun side thing as well. And it's grown into so much more than I ever thought. I mean, who doesn't want vacation for free? So you guys will all be there in 2017. But what else? We have like 5 minutes. I don't want to take your time if you guys don't have anything else. Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm going to post the link for Super Saturdays so you can look up what's in your area. And like I said, I would highly, highly, highly suggest getting on to one. So then next week's team call, we can kind of talk about everybody's experience. I think that would be awesome because each of them are a little bit different. And then I'll make sure to post the link for the Surge. It'll probably, I think it's like a 2-hour thing, but just listen to it on your downtime on the weekend or something. Carl will just speak a lot to what Beachbody is doing this year. So thank you for taking time out of the Bachelor to hop on the call. And
real quick, Danielle.
Yeah, go ahead.
A point about Super Saturday. You guys can like bring a friend or bring your man or bring whoever. Like Brittany and I both brought friends. Like my friend that that's a lie. My friend that I brought was doing the 21-day fix, but like does not coach at all. But she was like, yeah, I'll come. Like, I'll check it out. Like, she wasn't really interested to go check it out for coaching, but she was willing to go with me to like a cool event. I know Sam has brought her husband. Check it out. So you don't need to feel like you have to fly solo, but you can fly solo. People are really nice there.
I go by myself.
So, yeah.
But it is a great way to like bring a friend that you think might be interested in Beachbody coaching or just a challenge, just so they can kind of see like, oh, this is kind of real, you know? And you get to try Shakeology samples, so who doesn't love to do that for free? But just check. Some of them have tickets, and they're usually like $10 for coaches, but it's well worth it. So I'll post the links for those. And thank you for hopping on. And if you guys have questions, please ask in the Girl Boss training, because if you're thinking it, somebody else is. So don't be bashful.
For sure. Get excited for Cafe Latte.
Yeah.
That's coming out.
Well, I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you next week.
Bye, ladies.
Thank you.
Bye.